Okay class, now that we have finished reading chapter 16 of Junie B. Jones, for now, we are now going to move on to some writing skills. Open up your writing books and please turn to page 23. Once you have all gotten to page 23, take out your pencils and begin writing this sentence: "The fat pig sat in the wet mud," but in cursive form. Then, when you are done, write another sentence, but this time you are going to make up your own sentence as long as it is school appropriate for me to read. Okay class, time is up. I have went around each table to see what you have written down, and most of you did pretty good job at writing in cursive following the first sentence you guys wrote. But however, some of you folks need a little improvement when it comes to cursive writing, but that's okay, because right now we are going to say our own sentences out loud. First up, I would like Gina to read her sentence. Go ahead, Gina.
My dog sat on the couch quietly.
Nice job, Gina. That was a good sentence starter you gave us right there. Next up, I would like Diego to read his own sentences. Go ahead, Diego.
The apple randomly was sitting on the teacher's desk.
Awesome job, Diego. Another good sentence down the road. Next up, Muffy Crosswire.
The cop had a big job to do.
Fantastic, Muffy. Your sentence was really good as a matter of fact. Okay, now that all sentences have been written in cursive form, let's see if we can practice writing a 3-sentence paragraph in the cursive form again. If you need help, just call me over.
And Martin, may I please use the bathroom?
Did you just call Mrs. Martin by her real name, like actually?
Oh, Unfortunately, I did call her by her real name, because I got tired of calling her by a formal name, so instead, I wanted to see how she would feel if I were to call her by her first name. Maybe this was low-key a bad idea I regret doing now.
Well, first of all, to begin with, I do not appreciate how you used my first name in the beginning to ask me if you could use the restroom, and second, you don't ever call a faculty member, ever, by their first government name. What you just did was very disrespectful, and I mean, very much disrespectful, because in the first place, you could have thought about asking me in a formal way instead of a real way to use the restroom, but nope. Your chance to go to the bathroom has been suspended for the rest of the day because of what you called me, and speaking of being suspended, I hereby give you a one-way trip to the principal's office for additional consequences. March yourself over there right now, and I am super disappointed at you for what you just did to me and the entire class.
Well, if it isn't Caillou Anderson once again. I assume that this is the last time that you're in my office for something bad you did, if I have to guess.
Well, Principal Tom, but believe it or not, I got sent here by Mrs. Martin, because all I was trying to do was use the bathroom, but unfortunately, I wanted to see how she would feel if I called her by her first name, and she wasn't happy at all.
Caillou, you should know damn well that we don't ever call teachers in this building by their first names, at all, and I mean it, seriously. It's very disrespectful, and students are only allowed to call faculty by their first names only if they have granted special permission from them, or if I give out a special permission to them to use their first names. But as a matter of fact, you've screwed up really big, and Mrs. Martin and I have just received the write-up report about you that shall be sent over to your parents for further reading. I am also as well super disappointed at you for calling a staff member by their first name, because like I said, we don't ever tolerate that type of behavior, and it's also a form of disrespect to those around you. That's it, but unfortunately I am afraid that I am going to have to give you an in-school suspension, which will go into effect tomorrow, and this punishment will also give you a chance to reflect and think about what you have done from today. Now go home while I notify your parents about this type of behavior, since you are dismissed anyways. Caillou. What is your damn problem? I cannot seriously believe that you just happened to call Mrs. Martin by her first name and therefore received an in-school suspension for it. You should far know by now that calling people at your school by their first names is considered to be very disrespectful, and I am without question super duper disappointed at you for what you have done to her and others around you while in class. That does it. You are grounded, 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 grounded until 2026. Go upstairs to your room right now and be super ashamed at yourself for what you did to Mrs. Martin.
Wow.